know that magical feeling of encountering a shiny Pokemon by surprise. But let's be real, not all shinies are created equal. Some stand out with bold, striking designs that make them truly memorable, while others barely look any different from their original forms. In this video, we're going to rank the shiny version of every single Gen 1 Pokemon from Bulbasaur to Mew, and look at which designs really shine and which ones are flops. But here's the twist, at the end of each region, we'll be picking the top 3 shinies to move forward into what I'm calling the Shiny Champions League, where the very best from every generation will go head to head for the crown of the greatest shiny of all time. We're kicking things off at the very bottom with Tier F, Abysmal. These shinies not only manage to look worse than the original, but also have that infamous sickly green color. You know the one. And these designs just feel like a joke. I'm also putting Zapdos in there because it's a legendary bird with a shiny identical to the original. For a legendary, that's just unforgivable. So yeah, Rattata, Kingler, Machop, they're all going to the Abysmal tier. Of course, along with Zapdos. Moving on, still hanging around the bottom, we have Tier E. Quite bad. These shinies aren't as offensive as the ones in F tiers, but still almost better. Most of them look like someone just turned the saturation down and called it a day. Washed out colors, not cute, and overall still much worse than the originals. So not the absolute worst, but still quite terrible. A prime example for this is most of the Kanto starters. They're just washed out versions of their original, and if anything, it just takes all the life and character out of them. I see it as such wasted potential. So yeah, all the starters and other Pokemons that I think fit this category will go into Tier E. And the only reason Muk and Grimer are not going to Tier F is because at least they're poison type, so the green at least makes sense, even though it doesn't look good. Also, before we move on, can we just take a second to mourn Chansey's shiny? She looks like she's come down with the flu, so sick and pale. She deserves better. But next up, we've got Tier D, Meh. And I think the name explains itself. These shinies aren't bad exactly, but they're not good either. They're just there. They don't offend, but they don't impress. You know, nothing memorable. Bottom line, if I caught one of these in the wild, I'd probably be like, oh, cool, I guess. And it pains me that some of my favorite Pokemon are on this list because they could have done so much more with Alakazam. All they did was make him a bit more pink. Still better than his other 2 evolutions though. Alright, now we're entering solid grounds with Tier C. These shinies I would definitely consider an upgrade from the original. The color changes work, the vibe is better, and they do stand out, but there's still room for improvement. It's almost amazing, but something holds it back. Take Arcanine for example. I think the golden fur is such a cool idea and it almost nails it, but there's just something that's missing. So the whole vibe for this tier is I like them, but I wish I could love them. I actually quite like most of the shinies in this tier, and before someone comes for me, the reason Dragonite is in this tier is because the colors are unique, but the green and purple mixed together gives me more of a poison type vibes, and it just doesn't feel right, you see. That being said, here's all the Pokemon in the good but not great tier. Okay, now we're talking about my favorite shinies with Tier B. Really damn good. This is where the shine really starts to show. These are the shinies that feel intentional, like someone really put a lot of work into it. The colors are on point, the typing is enhanced. If I found one in the wild, I'd be absolutely losing it. One of my favorite examples here is the Nidoking and Nidoqueen evolution lines. Obviously there's no change in colors, but swapping the colors between genders is such a genius idea. Except for Nidoqueen. I do not know why they did her so dirty with that green. Game Freak, please explain. Overall, these are the kind of shinies that would make me want to spend hours and hours actually hunting for one. Again, shy of perfect, but so damn close. And now, allow me to present to you the best of the best, the ultimate tier, Tier A. Now that's a shiny. And these shinies are the standard. Every Pokemon in this tier is a standout. They're bold, unique, and feel like a huge, genuine upgrade from the original. No sick green, no washed out colors, just pure shiny excellence. And that brings us to the end of the shiny ranking for Generation 1. Feel free to pause the screen, check out the whole tier list, and let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree. I love reading your takes, so don't hold back. But we're not entirely done just yet. Earlier in the video, I mentioned the Shiny Champion League where we pick 3 shinies from each region to move forward. For Kanto, I think we can almost unanimously agree that the number 1 spot has to go to Charizard. Just looking at it is so bold and unique and the colors fit perfectly. It's basically the gold standard of shinies. I think we can also all agree that the 2nd spot belongs to Gyarados. The iconic red just lifts his whole design, and with the story of the Lake of Freeze is legendary. Now the 3rd pick I think is up for debate. There's a few contenders and they all have their own reasonings. Ditto or Mew Shiny definitely deserve that spot because there's this theory that Ditto is a failed sort of Mew, and the fact that their shinies share that same blue tone while they share the same purple tone is iconic. Rapidash is also a contender in my eyes because the purple flames are so magical and the color change on the hooves is just so striking, it really stands out. I also think Ninetales deserves the spot because it's already an ethereal Pokemon, but that's shiny just. So yeah, those are my picks for the final Kanto slot. Now I need you to decide. Drop a comment and tell me which one you think deserves to be on that 3rd champion spot. I'll count up your votes and whichever gets the most love will officially move forward into the Shiny Champions League. And that's it for this video. Next up, we're moving straight into Generation 2, so make sure you subscribe and follow the journey to stay part of the Shiny Champion League. If you want to get even more involved, you can follow me on Twitch or stick around here. I do these rankings live and it's always more fun having all your opinions in real time. That's all from me for now. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and week ahead, and I'll see you very soon again right here in this dungeon. Take care and see you next time.